Smart people ruin their lives every single day. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they don't know better, but because intelligence does not protect you from psychology. In fact, sometimes it makes things worse. You've probably seen it before. A highly intelligent friend stuck in toxic relationships. A brilliant student who never fulfills their potential. A successful professional making decisions that quietly destroy their future. And maybe, if you're honest, you've seen it in yourself. Today, we're breaking down why smart people still make terrible life decisions, and why understanding this truth can permanently change how you live. We grow up believing intelligence equals good decision-making. But psychology tells us something uncomfortable. IQ predicts how well you think, not how well you choose. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates warned about this over 2,000 years ago. He believed the most dangerous ignorance was thinking you know more than you do. Smart people often confuse knowledge with self-mastery. You can understand economics and still overspend. You can study psychology and still self-sabotage. You can read philosophy and still live impulsively. Because most life decisions are not made in the rational brain. They're made in the emotional one. The emotional brain always goes first. Neuroscience confirms something philosophers suspected long ago. The emotional brain acts before logic even shows up. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman, author of Thinking, Fast and Slow, explains this through two systems. System 1, fast, emotional, automatic. System 2, slow, logical, effortful. Here's the problem. Smart people trust System 2. But most life decisions are already made by System 1. By the time logic arrives, it's usually there to justify, not decide. So instead of preventing bad decisions, intelligence often becomes a lawyer defending them. Intelligence makes rationalization stronger. This is where things get dangerous. The smarter you are, the better you become at rationalizing bad behavior. Psychologist Leon Festinger called this cognitive dissonance, the discomfort of holding conflicting beliefs. When smart people make bad choices, they don't feel confused. They feel justified. They create stories like, "I'll fix it later. This situation is different. I work better under pressure. I deserve this." The philosopher Nietzsche warned that humans don't seek truth, they seek comfort. And intelligence is excellent at manufacturing comfort. Ego is the real decision maker. At the center of most terrible decisions lies one thing: ego. Carl Jung described ego as the identity you cling to, the image of who you believe you are. Smart people often identify as the logical one, the gifted one, the independent thinker. This creates a psychological trap. Admitting a mistake doesn't just feel wrong. It feels like an identity threat. So instead of changing direction, smart people double down. They stay in failing careers. They defend bad relationships. They ignore warning signs. Not because they can't see them, but because seeing them threatens who they think they are. Overthinking paralyzes action. Another hidden trap of intelligence is analysis paralysis. The philosopher Blaise Pascal once said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." Smart people think deeply, but not always wisely. They consider every angle. They simulate every outcome. They anticipate every failure. And then, they do nothing. Meanwhile, less intelligent individuals act quickly, learn from mistakes, and move forward. Action beats perfection. Movement beats brilliance. Smart people underestimate environment. One of the biggest mistakes intelligent people make is believing they're immune to influence. Psychologist B.F. Skinner showed that environment shapes behavior more than character. Yet smart people often say, "I can handle it. I won't get addicted. I'm disciplined enough." They overestimate willpower and underestimate systems. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that freedom comes not from control, but from choosing what controls you. Smart people forget this. Fear hides behind logic. Many bad decisions aren't made from ignorance. They're made from fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of uncertainty. But smart people rarely admit fear. Instead, fear disguises itself as logic. The timing isn't right. I need more information. It's not practical. Philosopher Soren Kierkegaard called this the dizziness of freedom, the fear that comes with realizing your life is your responsibility. Avoiding decisions feels safer than making the wrong one. Self-awareness is rare, even among the intelligent. Psychologist David Dunning famously showed that people are bad at evaluating themselves. But intelligence doesn't fix this. In fact, Smart people often trust their internal narrative too much. True wisdom begins when you stop trusting your thoughts blindly. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. How smart people can finally make better decisions. So what actually works? Not more intelligence, not more information, but structure. Wise people reduce choices, design better environments, create rules instead of relying on willpower. Act first, analyze later. They treat their mind as something to manage, not worship. They know thinking is powerful, but dangerous without discipline. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Smart people don't fail because they lack answers. They fail because they trust their minds too much. Wisdom begins when you realize your brain is not a guide. It's a tool, and tools must be used carefully. Once you see this pattern, you can never unsee it.